Hi there. I'm Tracy Conyers with Silicon Beach Properties and SiliconBeachEdge.com. I'm sure you've seen this story someplace about the reported settlement last week between the National Association of Realtors and various class action lawsuits claiming industry collusion over commissions. A fun fact about me: in my first career, I was a consumer fraud class action attorney and worked on a lot of big class action cases against huge companies defrauding consumers, much like the cases that were settled last week. So you could say that I've been watching these cases with much interest. In fact, I've been in real estate now for over 20 years, and I've watched the whole industry with an unusual perspective for most agents and brokers. I have a few opinions about bad practices in the industry. I definitely have opinions about these recent lawsuits, and I'll be sharing those opinions in other videos later. The spoiler alert is that I think these cases suck for consumers, both buyers and sellers. Costs are not going to go down as suggested by the mainstream media. Costs are just going to fall into a black hole, which is exactly the opposite of what these cases proclaim to want. But this is a big conversation for other videos. Today, I just want to pop in and let you know what to expect in the immediate future in light of these new developments. First, the settlement has not been approved by the court, even though the mainstream media likes to skip right over that fact. There is a significant chance that a third party, like the government, may intervene in the settlement talks and convince the judge to do something different. Will you, as a buyer, have to come out of pocket to pay for your own representation? This remains to be seen. Sellers under the settlement will still be free to offer price concessions to buyers to cover their agents' fees. But as I mentioned earlier, the whole process is poised to fall into a deep, dark hole. I personally will be advising my sellers to offer buyer agent fee concessions. And why would a seller want to do that? There are many reasons why having a good buyer agent in the mix is good for sellers and gets sales done, and they stay done. But you also have to know there's going to be a lot of confusion by sellers, and there will be agents who sell greed to get listings. That is, they will tell a seller, I can get it done for you for 2.5%. The whole landscape is going to be chaotic for a while, and it will be extra important for you as a buyer to have good representation. And good representation is not cheap at the outset, but usually results in an outcome that doesn't come back to bite you later in litigation. I know this will sound scary to some, but it can also represent an opportunity for others. Anytime people are scared and confused and sitting on the sidelines in real estate is a good opportunity for bold buyers. Should you represent yourself to save the money you would otherwise spend on buyer representation? Only if you buy and sell frequently and know how to price an offer, size up a listing, negotiate a multiple offer scenario, schedule your own inspections, usually on a short timeline, wrangle your lender into funding on time, negotiate repairs based on inspections, and analyze and sign a whole stack of legally binding paperwork. If all of that is in your wheelhouse, go for it. But I happen to know that all of that is usually only in the wheelhouse of a professional investor. So to recap, changes are afoot, but not yet set in stone. The current timeline being floated is July, but a lot has to happen before then. In the interim, it's business as usual. Now might be the best time to pick up your property and get your deal locked up before everything becomes chaotic. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Until next time, this is Tracy Conyers with Silicon Beach Properties and SiliconBeachEdge.com.